So this is a Lost on Life coaching info session on career and educational options. You are watching LTV, and the topic for today is the power of TVET education in the 21st century economy. My guest is Chaplain Elolo Agbleke. He is a principal training officer, NVTI Ghana, and the founder, the TVET Foundation Ghana. Nice to see you after so many years of meeting.
Yes, of course. But when I got the invite, I was like, wow, yeah. It's good to keep contact and check on friends as well. So thank you so much for the opportunity. It's an honor to share and to help educate the populace as well. Thank you for the opportunity.
My pleasure. That's nice. That's what technology is doing now. The world has become so small by the power of technology. So though we've not met for a long while, I believe this has made it possible. TVET education, it's something to me, it's very important. But if you look at the nature of our educational system and most the worldview we have about education, we take it from the wholesale point of view. Or just take your child to either grammar or vocational school. And unfortunately, those they think who are not doing well academically are those that are pushed to the technical environment. But this is very, very unfortunate, especially that happens. I cry more when it has to be a Christian doing that. Because one of the things God gave us, the instruction God gave humanity, is the principle of work.
Of course, okay.
And it is the only institution that equips us and prepares us for work is the educational system. So there is a need, and when you read Exodus chapter 35,
of course,
it talks about skills that were given so that they were excel in the various craftsmanship that God has given to them. So everyone has talent and skills. And I believe this day we are remembering the resurrection of Christ should bring our mind to what are we here for? What type of work God has already wired us for, so that we can busy ourselves with the right educational options to be able to prepare ourselves on that track and that path of purpose and destiny. So thank you very much for honoring this invitation. And I know by the time we are done, we are going to learn a lot, and our viewers are also going to learn a lot through this discussion.
For sure.
Great.
For sure.
Please kindly give us a brief intro of yourself.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much once again. My name is Elolo Agbleke. I'm currently a principal training officer with the National Vocational Training Institute, and I am based at one of the centers in the central region, that is Biriwa VTRI. That is the largest public or government-funded vocational school in Ghana, with over 1,600 student population and several staff as well at the school. Apart from being an instructor in the computer hardware department, I also teach a core subject in ICT, then also serve as the school chaplain, where we lead the students before God in worship, in true Christian living. And I have the oversight responsibility over every denomination on campus. We believe at Biriwa that, for somebody to be trained holistically, apart from the skills acquisition, we need to look at ethics, look at issues about God-fearing, and look at issues about discipline. And one way to do this is to form a formidable and strong chaplaincy unit that also help the counseling department to do these activities. So in a nutshell, I call myself a firebrand TVET instructor. I am a self-acclaimed TVET ambassador for Ghana, something that I never joke with at all. I believe somebody needs to blow the good news about TVET. We don't have people enough in the system that are doing that. So for over a decade now, on my social media handles and platform, wherever I go, I want to see myself as the champion, the trumpet, the ambassador that can really project and promote everything that has to do with technical and vocational education and training, not only in Ghana, but beyond the borders of Ghana as well. I also run one or two foundations. One of them is the TVET Foundation Ghana that seeks to project anything TVET to make sure that we carry the good news across the length and breadth of Ghana. I'm married, I have some two strong boys, and I enjoy what I do. Thank you so much.
That's great. So loaded with a lot of duties. But even on social media, the energy to which you do it shows that indeed you love what you do. And I believe that's the essence of work. Ecclesiastes talks much about it. We have to enjoy from the labor in which our hands find ourselves. And that's basically the essence of work. So congrats. You are very loaded.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just follow you.
How did you get into the TVET profession?
Okay. It was by miracle. Let me say by miracle. I remember somewhere in 2009, thereabout, when I was finishing my national service at Elembele district in the Western region. One man approached me to do some printing secretarial works in my school. And he happened to be the manager of the Charlotte Fine Vocational School close to Ekwe. The school was at Senzule. So he normally comes to my school to do, I was in ICT by then, so he comes to my school to do photocopy printing and things. So towards the tail end of my service, he told me that, okay, the vocational school in the next town, they're about to start an IT program. They have a set of machines given to them by, I think, GIFEC or so, but you don't have any employed IT instructor yet. So by looking at my work at the GSS for a year over, he believes that I will be a good instrument if I come over to the vocational school. So being very adventurous as I've always been, I went there to see how the place is and what I can do to support them. I went there just to set up the lab for them and to make sure the lab is functioning and the students start using it for their IT classes. When I got to the campus, I was like, wow, I've been hearing issues about vocational education, technical education, but personally, I came from a secondary school background. I went to Legon to do my first degree and pursue my master's as well. So when I went to the environment, I saw the difference in what I went through and what they were going through. I was quite curious. I wanted to know more and learn more. So just by going to fix machines for them and set a lab for them, I got amazed at how people who were younger than me, I was fascinated at how they were just putting metals together and forming some nice products. I saw people cutting materials and they were sewing shirts. I saw people laying blocks and they were putting up a wall, a straight wall. I saw others in the kitchen preparing a meal. I was like, if this is happening here, then why don't I just join them and see how best I can maximize whatever is going on over there. So I took a 6 month, appointment with them just to serve for 6 months and return to Accra and find some good job to do. Not knowing that was a temptation or that was a bait that was bringing me into what I'm doing now. So I started a 6 months appointment. I went in there, I believe somewhere on the 10th month or so, we were invited for a national interview for IT staff in the NVTI. And I also went for the interview. Just as I know, everybody went. After a month or so, I was told that that is a very small center, over, let's say, about 200 students. I was going to be moved to a bigger center that had over 1,000 students. I was like, wow, what's happening here? So my manager called me, one engineer, Christian Agoda, called me and he encouraged me, motivated me, and told me to go and pursue it. And I went as well. And since then, it has been great so far. And I've been lovely, and then there has been very, very, very good. So that's how I entered TVET. And when I was going to be married, to God being so good, I married somebody who had a TVET background. Oh, wow. And I can see that I am really benefiting from all angles, and then it's been great so far. That is how I entered into TVET.
That's awesome. So a simple interaction has led you on your path of potentials, which you are really enjoying. And
of course.
Wow, that's great. So far, what are the opportunities TVET, the environment has really given you?
Okay, so as I attempt to answer that, I want to also share a screen and then they pick some point from a presentation I made as well, if I'm permitted. So if you can enable me to do that.
Yes, please, you can go ahead.
Okay, so that I can really share some few things.
Great.
Over there. It's still not allowing me.
Yeah, let me activate it quickly.
Okay. So as we do that as well, for me, TVET is basically a training that is directed at equipping people for a particular career or particular trade or particular profession. Any training that is tailored to bring out somebody ready for the job market. TVET is about empowering people to find their passion and unleashing them to solve particular problems in society. It is not just going to school and coming back and saying, oh, I've been to school. It is going there to learn vital life skills that will make you, employable. So the essence of TVET is to make sure that anybody who passed through the TVET system comes out as somebody ready to go out there and change the world and do something good for God and country. That is my understanding of TVET. It is a career-centered training that has one agenda: to prepare you for the career path you've chosen, to give you the soft skills and the hard skills so that when you go out, you'll be fit for the industry and make sure that you are a problem solver in that industry. So briefly, that is my basic understanding of TVET, and TVET plays a crucial role in today's economy. You can't look around you without identifying anything about TVET. And for me, with my foundation, the TVET Foundation, our agenda is to make sure that we blow the news about TVET and make sure that everybody gets to understand and benefit. And to also add to it, TVET is not limited to any age group. TVET, it's a lifelong learning that anybody who wants to acquire skills can do. Where I work, you have people coming from the GSS background, SS background. You have students who also come from the tertiary level, just to enroll for a month or 2 weeks or even 2 days to learn a particular skill that is necessary for the work they are doing. Wow. I have people here who were once refugees, who were once, warlords in Nigeria, who were brought to Ghana by the Nigerian government to learn a particular skill for a month or 2 and go back and become employable. Yeah. We have students who are retirees and now they are home, they're not doing anything. They want to learn something about carpentry, something about electrical, something about entrepreneurship, and spend their retirement, doing that. So TVET education is not age specific. It's not limited to any particular age. Anybody who wants to acquire a skill can do that. And for me, that is one of the greatest things about TVET. So to come to the particular question you ask, I want to say something from here. TVET is concerned with the acquisition of knowledge and skills for the world of work. That is all about TVET. Acquisition of knowledge and skills for the world of work, which means that anybody in TVET is skilled to go out there and live and work and make sure that you are productive and you put your skills lens to solve particular issues. So it's about acquiring skills for the world of work. And TVET has so many names in Ghana or across the, we read the literature. Others call it a career and technical education. In Ghana, we call it TVET. Others call it technical education. Still in literature, you can find vocational education and training. You can as well find professional and vocational education, PVE. You can find CTE, career and technical education. Or even in broad language, you can find one called the workforce education or professional training. And these are all names given to what we call in Ghana TVET. And it's all there. As I said already, TVET can be at the basic level of education. You can find TVET over there. You can find it at the secondary level. It is available at the post-secondary, the tertiary, and even now, right up to even your PhD level, you can find TVET courses that are available there. So TVET has permeated every facet of education. In the olden days, we thought it's only limited to basic and also secondary education, but now there's a clear-cut pattern for anybody in TVET to learn and go as high as you want to go. There's also the informal sector of training. That is the apprenticeship. That is also over there for anybody who doesn't want to go to a formal institution, but learn under somebody, get certified and work. All these are also available as well. So for us, those are some of the few things I want to share. As we go on, I'll add others and more to it as well. Thank you.
Great. This is very informative.
Okay.
And I believe those watching will pick a lot from it. I remember the GHS system. We used to have these vocational skills where we learn carpentry, sewing, food, and all those kind of stuff. I think over time, we didn't place value on certain. So everyone has shifted to the grammar environment. And you've spoken much about the importance of TVETs. In other words, it prepares one with skills for the field of work.
Yeah.
So how relevant is TVET in the 21st century economy?
I want to say that the wheel for turning our economy is TVET. There's a saying that education is a key to development, but TVET is the master key for development. We can go to the length and breadth and argue this out. For any economy to survive and thrive, you can't do it without TVET. You can't do it at all without TVET. For example, at our end where I work, we run about 10 courses in TVET, or let's say in our vocational education and training. We have courses in block laying, oil building and construction, courses in carpentry, courses in general electrical, in motor vehicle mechanics, in catering services, dressmaking, refrigeration, leatherworks, welding, computer hardware servicing. See, all these are people who are trained to go out there and influence the world of work. For the economy to survive, we need skilled, trained, disciplined, and robust workers. I can't see any economy surviving without the required or adequate skilled manpower. We are in this country, Ghana here, there are projects going on. I realize that some of even the people at the workplaces over there, some of them are even foreigners who are working in our construction industry in Ghana, in our mining industry, in our fishing industry, in our energy industry. Why? Because the skilled people required to work over there, some may be lacking. So TVET has the potential to train the required manpower, the skills needed to make sure that the economy runs. When people are skilled, they work efficiently, they work more productively. And I believe that the key to a successful industry is to have workers who are skilled, workers who are very top-notch and understand their work. So for me, TVET is like the engine on which the economy turns. Without the required manpower, the required people who work over there, no economy can survive. So right from farming to mining to electronics, it needs required people, and TVET is a solution to getting these required people. Thank you so much.
This more or less is the engine of the economy, as you said. These are already skill-based, profession-based courses. But how come over the years, grammar education has overtaken these very important segments that runs the economy? If you look at our road construction industry and most of these industries, these white people will come with their technical know-how in this practical field, and they will take chunk of the money out or in the name of consultation.
Okay.
How come we've not really spearheaded this very aspect of the economy in terms of the courses in the educational system?
Okay, so that takes me to one of the slides I have here. Let me see quickly. There are so many challenges with the TVET system in Ghana. You see, it's an age-old problem. right from the beginning of our educational system, we inherited a tradition from our colonial masters. And those days, the emphasis was on grammar education. And people, just a minute, there, the emphasis was on grammar education. And since then, we paid more attention to that since the 1950s, 1960s. Those who were needed at those days were mostly clerical people, office people, those who could work in government, in small offices. So most of the courses available those days were tailored towards, producing graduates who could fill in work related to grammar or expression or English. And since those days, the issue about those who were skilled to work in a particular work or enterprise were looked mean upon. So right from the beginning, one of the major problems TVET has suffered is a poor public perception of TVET. People see TVET as a career path for the less endowed, the less privileged, so to say, the not so well brilliant students. And this are not today. It is an age-old problem. And unfortunately for us, when we left our colonial masters up to now, we've not been able to reorient our mind as a nation to understand that somebody who is an electrical person or a contractor or an IT engineer or a caterer is not a bad profession to enter. It is not, a look down upon profession. An inferior profession. That be one thing that nationally we've not been able to change that narrative. So even parents feel that, okay, if I have a ward who want to go to school, their first option should, of course, be grammar, because nationally, that is what is in our minds. You see, so even right from our families, our homes to the national level, there have been this poor public perception towards TVET. And because of that, it affected a lot of things in the system. But thank God, a lot of things are changing now. There's a whole commission for TVET now in place. There's a whole service, TVET service now being established. And they are pushing a lot of things to make sure that this issue of poor public perception is tackled head on. And I can tell you a lot of media personnel are involved in it. TVET, former TVET is doing a lot in that. NVTI is doing a lot in that. Personally, too, on our own levels, we are doing a lot to change that narrative. One other problem has been the lack of coordination between TVET institutions in the country. There are a lot of institutions in Ghana offering TVET courses. And I want to say that unity at the national level has been a problem. You see, so we are scattered and doing different things here and there. And that has affected a lot of things that we do in a country, and that has been so bad to us. But now there are a lot of things going on to make sure that we work together as institutions. So there has been a very big problem for TVET institutions: lack of coordination, the poor public perception, and other things together has affected the whole TVET system. But although those things are there, they are good stories today. There are good things that are happening, and we are hoping that in the next few days or few years to come, TVET in Ghana will be a talked about thing, and to take over, and people will have that as their preferred choice for re-enrolling their children. So, my brother, a lot of issues have bedeviled TVET in the country, but that is on the dark side. But as they may be existing, there are also current situations and issues that are being targeted to solve this problem. So, give us a few years, you see a whole new TVET system in this country. I want to promise you very soon, you see people leaving grammar schools to TVET school just to acquire a skill to go out there and impact their world. Thank you.
That would be great. I remember 5 years ago, when I was writing my book on career choices, the skills and ability of individuals. The challenge I had was having enough information concerning the vocational courses. So I just have to put them together as artisans. And I think with you now in the system, we can now break it down to really get the information out there. And I think when students are in their final year, GHS final year, there's a need for a tour in the junior high school to empower them with courses available in careers.
For sure.
So that they get the information right from the onset. Because some of these children, they want to do technical courses, but because there's lack of information at that level, they just take the options that their parents tell them. And then later they find themselves wanting.
Yeah.
Now, well, I think TVET will be the answer to youth employment. What do you think? Because what I'm saying that you have people who have finished, gone through the grammar environment. They have masters, PhDs, but they are still waiting to be employed with their certificates. And for me, it's something that doesn't sink well. If you have gone through education, there should your mind should be equipped with certain skills that you can solve solutions and challenges in our society. But because of the way grammar school is oriented, people finish first degree, masters and PhD, and they are still waiting to work their certificates. So what do you think? Don't you think TVET has an answer to youth employment?
In fact, the first goal of any TVET institution, is to train people who are employable.
Great.
That's the first goal of every TVET institution, to give you the hard and soft skills needed to make you employable. That is the bottom line of every TVET training.
Great.
Why do we enroll students into our school? To give you a particular skill for a particular enterprise or job or role. So the only education that is tailored for solving unemployment or employment issues is TVET.
Great.
Grammar education is meant to prepare you to have a general understanding of issues and make you to be able to pass through the required academic qualifications to further education continue and become something else. But if you want to enter a particular job, a particular trade, where to go to is TVET. For example, if I want to become, let's say, a caterer in the future, I want to become an electrical engineer in the future, I go to a school that is meant to train me in that particular role. Let me share this screen with you. Right now in our TVET institution, there are courses right from, the lowest level, which is the proficiency level, right down to even doctorate or master's level. So let's start, for example, in level 4, I think the screen is not showing very well. In level 4 on my screen right now, anybody in level 4, even after your TVET course, can go out and do something meaningful with your life. Anybody in level 4, even down there, for example, let me say for level 1, down there in the qualification framework or academic progression, anybody who spends 2 years or even a year in any vocational school and living with even a national proficiency 1 is skilled enough to go out and do something.
Wow.
You don't train to go out there and just speak English without proving your worth. Even with the proficiency 1 in electricals or in IT or in block laying, you can go out and demonstrate a particular competency that have been trained properly in fixing this or that. And what I given to you at that level, you should be able to do it and do it adequately. From level 1, you can rise up to Prof 2. This is level 2. Rise up to level 3 and to level 4. Anybody living in my school in Biriwa here, they live with level 4.
Wow.
And level 4 is what is equivalent to WASI in Ghana.
Okay.
That's equivalent to WASI in Ghana. What we have in level 4 here, you can apply directly to any technical university, formerly the polytechnics, and you can get a direct admission at that level. So if you finish our institution with level 4, for example, at Biriwa, the first agenda is that go out and start something. Go out and create something. Go out and start using your skills to create an enterprise. So by 30 year or 40 year, we introduce business issues entrepreneurship lessons start from Form 1. So by third year or fourth year, you have a little business plan. You have your hard skills, being electricals or block laying or welding and fabrication. And by your fourth year, you have some business skills, entrepreneurship skills that will help you to go out there and start something. So the first agenda is that by the time you reach level 4, you are being trained to go out there and start something. Those who are able to start on their own have the second option of looking for wage employment under somebody. For example, going to work for, let's say, electricity company of Ghana, or working for Gridco, or working for a block laying company, or working for a welding company. That's the second option, to go and look for a wage employment. Or thirdly, to continue in the academic ladder, go to further the HND level, the BTech level, the MTech level, the DTech level. So my brother, for me, the clear-cut solution to unemployment is to train somebody in a particular skill. And the only institution that does that is a TVET school. And that is the answer to it.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's awesome. And now to ask, how practical is teaching and learning in the TVET institutions? Because you see, compared to the grammar schools, you are just to do it like this, do it like this. They finish and they don't know how to do it. And in some TVET institutions, I've noticed.
Let me try and share this picture. Okay, yes, continue.
I've seen some people come out with electrical graduates in electricals, but they are not able to fix simple cables.
Okay.
How practical is it in all the TVET institutions in Ghana? Or there are only some high-tech schools that when you go, you know that you are getting practical TVET training?
Okay. So nationally, there's a curriculum for TVET, and there's a training model for every course. Since it's a technical or vocational inclined institution, our training models are different from what happens in secondary school. In every TVET institution, you have a workshop for every department. Every department has a workshop or a practical room for every course you want to do in a TVET institution. In addition to that, we have rooms for conducting theory lessons as well. And the same thing, you have instructors or teachers that are both employed to teach you the theory and the practical side of the course you are learning. So for example, let me use where I work as a case study. In our work at Biriwa, I want to share a screen with you. That's what I'm going to. We have a policy of 60-40 training in the first year. 60 goes to your core subjects in the first year. The reason why we do that is that most of the students who come to our activities, most of them have some challenges with grammar, challenges with theory, challenges with reading and writing, with arithmetic. So in the first year, we try to have a little bias towards beefing you up in your theory things, in your English, in your mathematics, your calculation, your drawing. That is the first year. By second year, you are going more now into your field of training. So by second year going forth, the formula changes to 60% for your departmental subjects and 40% for your core subjects like English or mathematics or science or drawing. By the time you go to the third year, it is almost 80-20. 80% for your lessons in your department, in your trade, in your career, and 20% for the core subjects like theory or maths or English. So right from your first year to your final year, there is a calculated attempt to make sure that we give you a practical-based training. This picture I'm showing you was a student who was in a busy department, and this is some of the practical sessions they do. And in my school, every day there's a department doing practicals, either the first years, second years, or third years, or fourth years. And it's an in-depth practical program where you are taught to do whatever you are learned or you are going to learn in that particular field. So the training is much more into practical learning. We spend a few time to get you grounded in your theory, grounded in your core subjects. But the major part of the work is that you should be grounded in your practicals, so that when you go out there, you can go and excel. You can see a lot of pictures here of students in their practical classes. This is a typical catering department practical day. This is how they look during their practical classes. All this is provided for them at the school, and we make sure that they go through the required training. And this is not found in a grammar school. It is only found in a TVET institution. And these are some of the products from their practical classes. How they finish, they lay some nice tables, show their products, and teachers and students come around to see what they do. So our courses are intended to make sure that by the time you're going out, you go out as fully baked, practically oriented, and strong person. And I'm sure it cuts across most institutions in the country. And the target is that by the time you're leaving our institutions, you should be ready for the job market. I can share a lot. These are all pictures taken during the practical classes of our students. Wow. You can see this is done by students.
Wow.
And every practical class, they produce things like this from the department. These are all lyrical issues. When we go to the motor vehicle mechanic, this is a lady who was pursuing NVM. And this is a lady in her practical class. Some boys who are doing some engine work, a car that they were working on. So the training is designed to make sure that you acquire the competencies needed to go out there and work. If you are in the dressmaking department, you should do things like this.
Wow.
Beadwork are added to dressmaking to make sure that you go out fully oriented. If you are in leatherwork, for example, you should do things like this. Wow. Those who are doing refrigeration and air conditioning, these are practical pictures from their work, their training. Tools are available for them. If you are doing leatherwork, for example, they do belts of all kinds. Wow. I wear belts from my department for several years and I'm still wearing them. Wow. And these are artifacts, products produced by our own leatherwork trainees. Wow. Not anybody. Trainees, full shoes. I wear shoes from our leatherwork department. Wow. And these are things, these are full shoes made every day, almost every day of the week. They are doing these courses. Those who are doing welding. This is a lady in a welding class, a practical training. You have the required instrument to do your course. These are ladies who are in male-dominated trades, and they're excelling. They are doing so well. Wow. We encourage a lot of females also not to go for only the dressmaking or the catering, but they should also endeavor to go to the male, the perceived male-dominated area. These are dining sets produced by our own welding students. Things used in the oil and gas industry. These are products that are used in the oil fields. They produce all of them. These are commercial cooking stoves, and they are done by students and departments in our school here. When it comes to where I teach hardware students, we have ladies there who are doing hardware. This is our IT lab. So you can see that right from catering to IT, it is a practically oriented training. We don't spend time to go around the bush. We get you hands-on the job for you to learn the skills required to go out there and make an impact. So, my brother, the training is directed at that. And in addition to that, we have other things that help the students as well. But I won't end here. I'm sure we have more time to discuss them and see how best we can show. So training in our institution is practically oriented. You have some classes that will take you for your English, your math, your science, but the majority of your time is spent in your department, making sure that you go out as practically ready to go and affect the world of work.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. This is so loaded. Within some short minutes, everything for me I need to know about TVET, I've gotten it right here.
Thank you.
And I'm so grateful for your time and for your great information. Please, do you have any other message you need to put across?
Okay. Just to share some few. If people think that TVET education is meant for some sorry to say, not so brilliant students. I want to say the narrative is changing. This year, when we do admission, we have students who score single grades. We have people whose parents are lecturers at universities, and they are opting that their work should come straight to TVET schools. In TVET schools, we do games, we do sports, we do other things. People who are outside TVET doesn't know these things. But these are pictures taken from our activities. So I want to encourage everybody, if you have a ward or anybody who want to learn a particular skill, enroll that person in TVET institution. There are about 34 NVTI schools in Ghana, all across the boundary and length of Ghana. There are other schools under ISIS, other schools under GES, the technical schools. They are all there. So you want somebody to come out and be a professional in a particular area, enroll the person in TVET. TVET is a way to go. There are cadets in TVET schools. Your work can pass through this training and end up in any of the forces. I have a lot of students who are in the police, who are in the army, who are in the fire service, who are in other places of security use. And they all pass through a TVET institution. So the narrative is changing. Things are going on in schools. We have a whole chaplaincy boards in TVET schools that are raising students to get disciplined and to be God-fearing. We have ladies who play drums in TVET schools. Things are happening. If you don't come around, you may not know. So I want to use this opportunity once again as the unofficial TVET ambassador for Ghana to say that TVET is a way to go. If you want to excel in a particular career or choice of work, get into TVET, and I'm sure you never regret. I want to thank you for the opportunity. You have more to share and to learn from each other, and I'm always ready. If anybody wants to share any idea with me or to get anything, my numbers are on the screen. Just give a call, or through our brother Apostle Aaron as well. We will be available to blow the trumpet of TVET to make sure that Ghana gets to understand TVET, and the place of TVET is recognized in Ghana. Thank you so much. I'm grateful and enjoy the rest of the evening.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You've made everything so simple for us, and we want to appreciate your time. I want to pause here to find out if viewers want to ask any question.
Okay.
Yeah. Please.
I see a good friend of mine.
Have any question?
Minta is a good friend. And there's also a very strong TVET person.
Okay.
And then so shout outs to my brother Emmanuel Minta. Great. I think he's even joining all the way from China, if I'm sure.
Wow.
He's in China.
Awesome.
And then he's joining all the way from China. Thank you so much. Our sister Crystal, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we hope you learned something today.
Exactly. Normally, because of our time factor, we don't publicize much for audience to come in, because sometimes they'll come and be asking questions and be taking us unaware by distracting us. But we do everything and load it up on LTV.
For sure,
and then everyone gets to watch it. So our friend says, thanks so much, sir. Wow, we appreciate you for watching all the way from China. So our only chaplain and the ambassador for TVET Foundation, we really want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for your resource. And God richly bless you and give you more.
Just one last one. I'm hosting my second conference, Convocation, on 15th of May. It's a gathering of TVET people in and outside Ghana. Great. We want to talk about the essence of digital tools in transforming TVET. We can't keep on using blackboards and whiteboards and chalks in our classrooms today. Great. TVET goes with a lot of digital discipline and learning. So if you are an instructor, a teacher, a student, want to develop or train people who will be digital learners, or staff who will be digital educators. So on 15th of May, wherever you are, join me at in a central region in the school called Biriwa VTRI from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are going together to host a program called the Central Career Convocation. It's a gathering of anybody in TVET, the big and the huge. In fact, I'm moving the whole Ghana to Biriwa that day. You see people who are top-notch gurus in TVET. You come together. We talk about how to use digital tools, laptops, desktops, iPads, mobile phones to make sure TVET training is top-notch. How to use internet to learn as a TVET student or trainee. How do you maximize the potentials of online learning or training to make sure that we understand our course? As a catering student, there are so many opportunities online for you. Come together, let's learn. And I'm sure you go out blessed. Thank you so much. And then thank you for the opportunity.
This is awesome. And you are really doing great for Mother Ghana. And we pray that God will sustain you and give you more platforms to bring about the change we really desire in our country. God bless you for your time. We'll be in touch. Have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you so much. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.